Thanks so much, Philip, and thanks everyone for joining us today. Glad you made your way to this venue. It's wonderful to be here. Let me be the first to break some very important news. I want to get in before the radio announcers, TV hosts and the retailers. Here's the news. It is now only 9.5 months until Christmas and a week longer until the end of 2012. You heard it here first. The end of the year typically provides a point of reflection, doesn't it? What has been achieved? I wonder what are the things that we're hoping for. I guess we're hoping that the Waratahs will turn promise into consistent performance and a Super Rugby title. I'm sure we're hoping that we'll see strong and effective leadership in Canberra focused on national interest instead of the party. And maybe we're hoping that next summer will be like summer. But while year-end provides us with a point of review, ultimately we know another coming event is far more important. We look forward to the day when Jesus Christ returns and God's glory is fully revealed. On that day, our stewardship of the resources that God has entrusted to us will also be revealed. How have we as individuals and how as Crusaders as an organisation used our time, money and opportunities to honour God? With this before us, I want to be totally transparent and accountable to you about Crusaders ministry. I'm delighted to report that the gifts that many of you have given in the past have led to great growth, which I'll describe in a moment. At the same time, I want to encourage each person here to grow in and through their investment in gospel ministry. Many here already give to advance the gospel through Crusaders, and I want to thank you so much, and I want to encourage you to keep going. To those who haven't yet become involved in this way, I want to encourage you to grow with us. A little later, I'm going to ask each person to consider a tax-deductible gift of $1,200. I know that to do so, you and I will need to go without some other things that we would have liked. That, of course, is the nature of sacrificial giving, isn't it? We sacrifice to give to something which we believe should be a priority. I know that there's discomfort in that. But if you'll let me use the metaphor, our captain has called us to be the crew members on a fishing boat, not passengers on a cruise ship. And cruise ships these days are a bit questionable too. So what do we see when we scrutinise Crusaders over the last year? Well, anecdotally, according to some of the emails and the Facebook postings that we've received recently, God's working powerfully through the ministry. Sarah wrote, "I've been really inspired to be a stronger Christian. The talks and the leaders' life stories really gave me guidance." Geordie commented, "This has been the best camp. I'm not a Christian, but I have many questions about God, and I think the best place to get answers is crew camps." Caitlin wrote, "This has been the best camp. I've loved every minute. I've realised I need to have a full life commitment, not just be a part-time Christian." And Damien, who's now led on 13 camps, emailed this. "It was on a crew camp that I first heard the message of Jesus clearly preached. God touched my life through the camp, and now I live to glorify God because of it." Anecdotally, statistically, well, we've grown in all three key ministry areas. Schools ministry has grown substantially. 2 years ago at this luncheon, I said that I believe God was opening opportunities for us in the ACT and asked that people might support that. Today I can report that there are now 13 ACT schools that are being regularly visited. The partnership of schools and Crusaders that Rod spoke about earlier is unique. Rod, thanks so much for your example of leadership and for your encouragement and challenge today. We're so thankful for your integrity and for your insights. Thank you so much. I'm delighted that today we have some 21 school heads in attendance with us, and I want to thank these women and these men for their support. It is a wonderful thing. The card that you have in front of you, this one, tells the story you can see that the number of school visits has increased from 197 in 2001 to over 700 last year. Summit Camp has more than doubled in the same period, from 3,300 to 6,800. And holiday campers almost doubled. They increased by 99.4%. Shame on you who didn't send your kids. From 1,597 to 3,185. But the numbers alone don't flesh out the relationships that are built. Take schools ministry. Yes, there are over 3,500 students in Cru school groups now, but remember, this isn't just a one-off event. These are students who voluntarily meet at lunchtime each week with their leader or teacher. For many, their parents' priorities mean that they cannot attend church on a weekend. So the Cru group is their key source of spiritual nourishment. Our 8 dedicated schools ministry staff visit schools to support these groups and to speak in chapels and assemblies, providing training, resources and prayer. Or consider Cru holiday camps. To say that just over 3,000 attend is only scraping the surface. These campers are entering into Christian community for up to 7 days and building relationships which last much longer through reunions and other follow-up. Role models are not at the other end of the movie camera or on a distant sports field, but instead they're sharing meals, engaging in discussion and enjoying activities together. Such connections see lives transformed. And Summit school camps complete the picture. 6,800 campers is not just kids hearing one talk then going away. Rather, it refers to almost 7,000 students who spend up to 5 days on camp, where every waking moment is in the company of leaders who not only talk with them about the gospel, but who live and breathe it. Many would never choose to attend a Christian camp, but because their school recognises the outstanding care and programs provided by Crusaders Summit team, they come with us. This is an extraordinary opportunity for kids who are not churchgoers to explore issues, ask questions and get answers from young Christian leaders. At the same time, it provides a brilliant training vehicle for our Summit Fellows. Cameron Isaacs is here today to share firsthand how the Fellows program has grown his faith. Cameron, come and join us.